So once again, this is a video from section 2.2, right? How to check whether an equation is a function. So if it is not an equation, you know how to check whether something is a function. It's pretty easy. If it is like arrow diagram or a bunch of ordered pairs, all you need to check is whether one input goes to one output, right? Okay, so if that happens, then it's a function, and then if that doesn't happen, it's not a function. It's somewhat difficult to students when you have the function represented in an equation form. So let's do this example. So you want to check whether these three equations separately, whether they actually represent functions. Okay, so let's take the first one. So y minus x squared is equal to 1. Alright, so what do you know, right, whether functions, or we must say that of y in x, right? So you want to ask, we're asking whether y of functions of where y is represented in terms of x, right? Okay, so take the first one, y minus x squared equals 1. So you want to find out whether y is a function, right? Okay, right. So in x, right, you want to find out a function. So what you do is you solve for y. So when you solve for y, you get y equals x squared plus 1. So you don't get a plus or minus or anything like that. You get a single value for y. So one solution, single solution for y, which means it is a function. So if you fix a value of x, you only get one y value. Okay, right? Because there is no plus or minus or anything like that. So y is a function. On the other hand, if you take this one, x squared plus y squared equals 9. Now let us solve for y. Okay, so first of all, y squared is equal to 9 minus, so take the x squared over to the other side, you get 9 minus x squared, right? And then you get y would be equal to plus or minus by the square root rule, right? Now you're using the square root rule to both sides, so y is equal to plus or minus 9 minus x squared, right? Okay, so you really get two solutions here. Can you see plus solution and a minus solution? So you get two values. So for a single value of x, you get a plus 9 minus x squared and a negative 9 minus x squared, which is not allowed, so not a function. So okay, not a function. Okay, not a function, right? Okay, so that is not a function, right? Now let's go to the third one. So x plus y cube is equal to 5. So if you solve for y cube, you get 5 minus x. And now how would you solve for y? So then you take the cube root. You take the cube root. Now the nice thing about cube root is that if you take a number, say 8 or anything like that, the cube root is just 2. It's not plus or minus 2. There's only one solution. So this is only a single value, right? Single value for y. So it is a function. Yes, function. Let me do one more example just to make sure that I get this right. Okay, all right. So if you have, say, I'll do a d part. Say, what if you have x equals so 2 plus x equals y squared. So if you want to solve for y, again, now you have, because you have a square, when you take the square root, you must have the plus or minus quantity 2 plus x. So once again, you get two solutions for x, and so therefore this is not a function. And all these examples, I'm assuming that the domain or the input set, right, are the real numbers or full real numbers, right? Okay, so whatever the valid real numbers that you can imagine, except in this one there could be a restriction, right? Okay, and this one too. But but either way, when you get two solutions, you don't have a function. But when you get one solution, you can have a function. Alright, so that's it for this video, right? So just how to check whether something is a function or not.